Okay guys, before we even start the video, I want to make sure I show you the bald spot. Do y'all see it? Look at that. So it's all right here. A little hair is starting to grow back already in 2 weeks, but it's definitely noticeable, like compared to the rest of my hair when I parted it. You can just see that like something is not right. So right here, right in the front. Okay, so that's the bald spot. I wanted to show it before I get into the talking part of the video. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Crystal Nicole, and today I'm coming to y'all with a video that has been very hard for me to make. I have a bald spot in the center of my head. So for about a month or two, I kept feeling like my hair at the top of my head was getting thin. I kept feeling like, you know, when I shampooed it or when I touched it, I could just feel that like it wasn't as thick as the other parts. So I was going around to all my friends like, hey girl, do I have a bald spot? Hey, do you think my hair is thinning? Can you look at it for me and tell me if you see anything funny? And of course they all were like, no Crystal, you're freaking out, you're panicking, you're being typical you and worrying about nothing. So I was like, okay, cool, I guess that I have nothing to worry about. Well, lo and behold, about 2 weeks ago, I go to shampoo my hair and I get out the shower and I just, as soon as I look in the mirror, I see it. It's about a quarter size bald spot. Of course, I start freaking out because literally it is in the center, like it is in the very front of my head. Like I don't even wear middle parts, but now I don't even have the choice to if I wanted to because I have a huge bald spot. I panicked, I didn't know what to do. So right away I'm like, okay, you have to think about what's gonna really grow your hair back, what's gonna really make it happen. So basically I'm making this video today to just kind of give you guys tips about one, what I think caused the bald spot and what I would avoid in the future, how I'm gonna grow my hair back, and just some good overall tips. Now, first thing that I really think caused and led to this bald spot is the fact that when I first went natural, I was just super overwhelmed. Like I think most people are, like your hair is a completely different texture. It's a lot thicker, it's a lot more to manage. So almost every single day, I would pull my hair up into a super high ponytail or a super high puff ball. That was my hairstyle consistently for basically almost a year. Very rarely would I have a twist out or a braid out or something where my hair was loose and there wasn't tension on it. In order to do my puff balls and my buns, I would use a pantyhose. This is super common and a lot of naturals are like, oh, I love a pantyhose because my hair is so thick, it helps me get a really tight pull. But there's downsides to that, and this is one thing. So this pantyhose, there's a little bitty mesh. You know, it's like little bitty holes all throughout it because it's like meshed together or like sewn together. I don't know how to describe it, but you get what I'm saying. Like there's a lot of places for your hair to get stuck on it and kind of, you know, pulled. And I definitely think that that was part of the issue. Whenever I would do my buns, I would literally take this pantyhose, I would slide my hair up, then I would tie the front, and I would literally pull like that. Do y'all see how that's making a motion? That's basically like threading. Like if you get your eyebrows threaded, that's kind of the same thing. You are basically, if you snag hair, you're plucking it out literally. And that's what I was doing quite often. I think that is the biggest cause of the bald spot. The second thing is moisture. I was not keeping my hair moisturized enough to really to have good elasticity. And so it also did not help that my hair is dry. I'm putting this on, it's rubbing against this, and it's just getting plucked off, or it's rubbing against the pillow, or even the stocking cap, because I sleep with satin pillowcases, but still it's like you're constantly rubbing against it. And then probably the third biggest thing is that I was not detangling on a regular basis, because again, when you have type 4 hair, sometimes it can be hard. Like it is a lot of work. So I would not want to detangle. I would just be so lazy that I would go like 2 weeks without detangling my hair. It is absolutely insane and you should never do that, but that's what I would do. So when it was time to finally detangle, I have all these knots and I'm like having to like get in there. And I don't think that helped at all either. The third thing that I probably think caused the bald spot is me not detangling often enough. Whenever you don't detangle your type 4 hair often, you are gonna just build up tangles and kinks that are gonna take a lot of arm strength to get out, and that is just gonna add to the already fragile hair. You know what I'm saying? Like, if my bald spot was already fragile and barely holding on, me having to kind of rake through was not doing any favors to it. So those are the things that I think caused it for sure, and those are the things that I've stopped doing. What I have done to change it and to try to grow the bald spot back is that, first of all, I do not wear my hair up in a ponytail anymore, hardly at all. Now, it's only been 2 weeks, but these past 2 weeks I have made sure to keep my hair hanging, to keep the pressure off of my hair entirely. The only time that I put it up is if I'm in the gym. When I do put my hair up, I completely don't use that anymore. Pantyhose is a no-go. Instead, I went to my local store and I got these large hair ties. This is not gonna get you a super sleek look, but it's easy to just put on and you're not gonna have a ton of hair pulled out. And then I also have these that are a little bit better. It can go around my hair twice, but again, it doesn't give me that super sleek look. It sucks. I am sad, but it's best for right now while I grow out this bald spot to keep all tension off of that front of my head, so I just can't have a super sleek look. That's number one. I changed up my hair tie game. These are, I think, like sweatbands or super big ones, and these are just small ones. I'm gonna link both of them below, just so if you don't find these in your local store, you can order them online. I'll put a few options, but I'm gonna put the 2 that I've actually tried and tested. Another thing that I have done to grow back the bald spot is I've implemented hair vitamins back into my routine. These are extra strength hair, skin, and nails. They're just from Kroger's, and they're Kroger's brand. Kroger's is a local grocery store. I don't know if everybody has it. It was like the cheapest one, very basic, nothing too crazy. You're supposed to take it 3 times a day, but I actually only take it 2 times a day because 3 times seems like so much. So I only take it twice a day, in the morning and in the evening, and I've re-implemented this. I'm hoping that this will help that hair really flourish. As far as things that I'm actually applying to the bald spot, I'm keeping it very simple just because I want to see how this goes and I don't want to overload it with product. The first thing I'm doing is every morning I wake up and I put a little Jamaican black castor oil on the bald spot. After I apply it, I massage the bald area for about 2 minutes. I do that to stimulate blood flow, which is supposed to increase growth. It's tedious. Normally I'm running late, but I stop what I'm doing and I make sure I hit those 2 minutes. At night, I have been using Wild Growth hair oil. If you have been on YouTube for a while, I'm sure you have heard about it. It is pretty popular. I had bought a bottle like 2 years ago, but I really didn't even use it just because my hair grows pretty fast, so I don't feel the need to take supplements or anything or use any like hair growth products. But since I have a bald spot, I'm desperate. I only put the Wild Growth oil on. That's like a tongue twister, Wild Growth oil. I only use the Wild Growth oil 3 times a week. So I'll put it like on every other day. Yeah, I'll put it on like every other day. I don't do it every day because I feel like that's excessive, but I do it every other day and I massage it in. If I notice that it is working, then I'll say, okay, let me kick it up to 5 days a week. So those are the things that I'm doing to treat my bald spot. If you have ever dealt with a bald spot in the past, make sure you leave a comment in the comment section letting me know what you did to treat it. Like, what products did you use? If you say, girl, I was using garlic twice a week, I'm gonna go use some garlic on my head and give it a try. Why not? So I would love to hear y'all's tips. Also, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I love sharing my journey with you all, the good, the bad, and the ugly. But yeah, thanks so much, guys. Y'all have a blessed day.